and he actually cut everything this past 2 weeks. I was working on the Geo and going to PR, Puerto Rico and everything. So this is what he's working at. This is the new stuff that he's doing to the car. Let me tell you this. This is gonna be the only TE71 with the independent suspension. So that's what we're doing. That's a new upgrade. So you guys gonna get more information about it when Julio have some time, but at least you guys are seeing what's going on. So
I'll finish cutting it better.
We got Ivan right there. Sorry for the glare. So that's what's going on with the Sweet Nasty.
You jacked up the other corner?
Yep, the other corner is done. It's completely flush. If I lift up, it will lift up the car again. So that's what we've been doing. So we're measuring everything. That way he can start welding everything correctly, and that's it.
Lower, then I'll cut it better.
So sorry that we're not showing too much. It's just we've been trying to move forward and trying to finish this thing. About the Geo Tracker, we got a bumper for it. I'm gonna be showing all that later, but right now Sweet Nasty is the one that's being in surgery, so this is the way it looks in the inside. So we're doing some things. Julio being at it for this past 2 weeks. That this is almost done. Another 3 weeks, right? It will be probably done on the ground. And like I said, sorry that we're not showing too much. It's I was in Puerto Rico and I was doing some other stuff here in town. I went to Orlando and all that stuff. So now I'm here, and Julio can talk to you about everything in a minute. So, what's up, Julio?
What's up, my peoples? Hot. It's a lot of work. So I bought a Group D F13 independent rear suspension weld-on kit. I bought the full kit. It's like $700 shipped. I bought everything, floor reinforcements. I bought the full kit, everything. But it's made for an A86. T chassis, AE chassis, KE chassis, they're about the same. Certain things, you know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm like, it's an A6, TE should work. Long story short, it works. I trusted my gut, but it's just tedious work. It's a lot of cut, measure 100 times, cut once. Measure 100 times, cut another inch. And I think we're at the final stage of mocking up. I should be able to start tack welding stuff into place. Hopefully I'll have it done by the end of this month, but who knows. But that's what we're working on today, at least. I already started. I cut a couple weeks ago, I cut the whole floor off, you know what I mean, per the templates that they gave me. I cut a bunch of stuff underneath, you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm gonna have to if I could use the stock tank or if I gotta do fuel cell. So if I gotta do a fuel cell, that determines how long I'm gonna take. Much longer. Same thing if I gotta make a custom dry shaft or not. Hopefully mine's the same length. If not, that's another thing that's gonna determine me finishing it. That's why I wanna get this week and hopefully it all welded up, if not tack welded in place, so I could test fit all the other parts. But yeah, it's a tedious project, but it'll be worth it. Overall, I'm in it about 1,500. No, like $2,000, because I'm still doing airbag suspension in the rear. So I bought new airbags, new coilovers, fully adjustable control arms, everything adjustable in the rear, everything. I got S13 open diff for now. My brakes should work. My old caliper should work because I'm using Nissan caliper, so it should work. New knuckles, new bearings, so it's gonna be completely, everything's 100% brand new, but it's just tedious. So that's what I've been working on. And then we got another car that we'll be making videos about. sooner than later, hopefully. But I gotta finish this rear end before I could fully commit to that one, and we'll do a separate video on that one explaining the importance of that car right there.
So yeah, guys, Ivan is gonna be doing some stuff. Probably we already were talking about it. Probably we're gonna be doing some stuff on next week. We're gonna do the interview with Julio on a weekend or late Friday. That way we can do an interview with him talking about Sweet Nasty and the 70 Corolla. So we're gonna do the interview with him. That way you guys know more into depth about Julio and what's going on with the new project that we got on the channel. Behind the builds. Interview on the builds. So let's check it out. We're gonna be doing that next week. So Ivan, what you have to say?
Nothing much. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, so we're gonna be cutting this in a minute. Gonna give you a couple more views after this, and we're gonna cut it off. All right, stay here with us.
Let's try it again.
Hello, Improv Live. Welcome back. Listen, last week we were working on some things on the Sweet Nasty that you guys are gonna see in a minute from last week and today. And then we went to Sunday, we went to a show with Ruby Rolla. You guys are gonna see some of that. I didn't record too much, we were just enjoying the time. And I'm explaining why it took a month for me to record and did this video and didn't have no content for a month. And the guys were busy doing some things. I was in Puerto Rico doing some other things. And on the video that I put about, on the show, I explained a little bit, but not too much, but I'm explaining it right now. So I was in Puerto Rico for a couple days, and then I had to go to be with my sister, and I got lazy, and I stayed home. Plus, I got a little sick and everything, so, but it wasn't no coronavirus or nothing like that, it's just stomach and all that stuff. But every weekend, being behind. So, Ruby Rolla is right here. It's Ruby Rolla. Yeah, that's Ivan. So we got Ruby Rolla today. We're not doing nothing to her right now, but we got this painted that you guys saw some of that from last week on the beginning of this video. And today we are going to work on those pieces that we're going to well, now Julio, we're gonna help him mounting the stuff, but welding, that will be Julio. So independent suspension on the Sweet Nasty Corolla. Sorry for the lighting, I don't have too much, but I'm about to get a flashlight, that way you guys can see it better. But we already painted all black on the bottom, all the welds, all the raw metal. So show you what's going on, and then Julio can explain it to you guys a little bit, and then I'm about to show you what I'm gonna do today. That is gonna be here too. So this is what's going on with Ruby Rolla, with Sweet Nasty. So that was cut. That's the cut for the differential. That's another cut. Then the bottom piece right here, where it's gonna bolt in. I call it the bird cage because it's caging and protecting the differential. But yeah, the subframe. So where the subframe is gonna bolt in and everything. We didn't record the whole process because it's really difficult to record and then recover batteries and all that stuff and how to weld all this. We didn't do that, but we're gonna run to how we did it, and that will be Julio doing it, explaining it to you guys. Okay, so I'm about to show you now what we did, what we're gonna be doing today, according to the green Toyota, the Tercel. The green Tercel. I'm cleaning up the valve cover. That way I can take all that grease out. Take all the grease out for the valve cover of the Toyota Tercel. And I'm gonna do raindrops on the valve cover today. Hopefully it stays really sunny. We're in Florida, so it's gonna stay sunny for a little bit. Sometimes it don't, but let's do what we need to do. I'll see you guys in a minute. Stay with us. Well, guys, sorry for the music and everything, but this is what we've been doing for the couple minutes because we already talked about the suspension for the Sweet Nasty. So look at this now. So I'm doing a water effect on the Toyota Tercel, like I tell you guys in the morning, and now the pumpkin or differential for Sweet Nasty got painted white. Sorry that it's you can hardly see it, but let me see if I can. Here we go. It's white. So I'm about to throw some clear on it. And then I got the water effect on let me get on top of this, that way you guys can see it. The water effect on the valve cover for the Tercel. So we got that done. So we're about to throw some clear in a minute. And gonna change the battery on this because it's about to die. All right, see you in a minute.
Like,
yeah.
well, can you? Am
Yeah,
I
I
in
can
the
see
scene?
you.
All right.
You see the red light on top?
This one. Oh yeah, it's recording.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning in Pro Live. So quick update. Got the 240 subframe painted. Got everything cut. We're about to install it and just assembling it. That's where we're at right now. We're in the assembly aspect of it. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of September. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update of where we're at. Show you guys a little bit of how it's looking. Bad lighting, but it is painted black because of Rust-Oleum. I still have these holes, but that'll be painted. That'll be welded last. Same thing, the center hole for the subframe. But pretty much everything's ready to go. Just giving you guys a quick update of how it looks.
All right, guys. Julio was actually explaining this, and the camera was off because of me. You know, that happens. this is the life of YouTube and try to be a YouTuber. Even though we're not professionals, we try to be. So this is what's going on. The bolts that we put in right here, and that triangle is a reinforcement of the kit. The kit comes already with all this stuff. And now, Julio, now I'm recording. Now you can explain it. So he's taking a picture. Can you see that guy taking a picture?
Shit, you're in the camera, so.
The camera inside the camera. There you go.
What I was saying, flash the light real quick. There you go. So you see that triangle right there? That's an extra reinforcement because on the original suspension where that bolt's at, that's where the four-link goes. So the kit sells you a triangle, you weld it onto the subframe, and you bolt it up. So it's just another bolting point, more reinforcement. That's where we're at right now. I'm trying to get the pumpkin installed today. That way I can see if I need to get a drive shaft made, and if I don't, the car will move a lot faster. If I do, I can still finish it. The drive shaft would only take about a week to get done. So that's my ending goal today, would be the pumpkin mounted. I gotta paint it. I forgot to paint it yesterday, but oh well.
We can paint it.
We'll paint it real quick. But yeah, that's just a quick update on where we're at right now. I'm excited. I didn't think I would be this far, this quick. It's a good kit, definitely recommend it. Mind you, I have a TE platform, not an A86 platform. So the chassis are slightly different, but everything still bolts up. It's just slightly, the cuts that you have to do are slightly different, you know what I mean? But that's okay.
I'm talking about
an inch or two different, you know what I mean? And it's more, honestly, it's for this upper brace right here. It comes with some triangles, if you see the hole, to weld on the inside, which I think I'm gonna just make my own bigger. But other than that, pretty much everything bolted up. It's crazy. All right, Improv family, we're back. So we're not getting the diff installed today. We might get the diff installed today, but we did test fit the suspension, the control arms and stuff, and it came out great. I do need bolts and hardware, bolts, nuts for it, so I'm in a rush. We decided to paint it last minute. I wasn't gonna paint it, but we're gonna paint the control arms and stuff. So with that, I'm painting the diff plate, the cover. So that's why I don't think we're gonna install it today, because I'm letting it all dry. We actually using real clear and stuff like that. Yeah, so I don't think, like I said, I don't think we're gonna install anything else today, because we're just letting paint dry. It's okay, it's not a big deal. But the test fit of the control arms and stuff came out amazing. I was surprised how good it looks, and surprised how low I'm gonna be, honestly. Here's Johnny painting, if you guys want to see. He's painting it white with flakes. This is just white right now. He's gonna do a couple of coats of white, try to cover up the scratches that it has. These are ISR, fully adjustable control arms. Not for nothing, these I got them used off Facebook Market from a Facebook mutual friend. Not trying to cloud chase or anything. They were on Adam LC's 240, the one that was blue and it had the blue, it was black with the blue graphics, the 1J1. This mutual friend of mine on Facebook, he bought the car, upgraded suspension, went with his sponsor. I bought him used, which is pretty cool, knowing that it came off his car. Were they original adjustable control arms that Adam LC had? I'm not sure, but they were on his car. So not cloud chasing, not trying to get views or nothing, just that way you guys understand where I got them from. ISR, fully adjustable, got them for a great price. Didn't know nothing about them until I talked to that person in person, and he told me about the car and what they came off. I didn't even know that they're actually really expensive control arms. I just wanted them because I'm gonna camber the rear. Why not? I was gonna buy some cheapy Godspeeds. These came up for a great deal, so I just bought them, which that's cool. I'm gonna show you the diff housing plate, and then that should wrap up the video. If you look at it, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's blue sapphire flakes. White. You guys are probably wondering why am I doing white? Honestly, because that's what we had around. It's not like people are going to be looking underneath my rear suspension setup, but if they do, I'll air up the rear, lower the front so they can see it. White pops out better than black. Underneath the whole car is black, so why not paint it white? Something that you can see easily, and you could tell that it's an aftermarket independent rear suspension setup. This is the flake. I bought it off, let me see, that's it right there, sapphire blue metallic. Bought it off eBay, 30 bucks for I don't even know how many ounces this is, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Looks pretty good. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm going with white. I had a bunch of white left over, had some blue flakes, which was Johnny's idea, and why not? If everything we do is budget built with what we got. We're not rich, borderline poor, but whatever, it's fun. But yeah, that's everything we've done today. I don't think we recorded enough of actually installing it, but in reality we ended up just spending a lot of time cleaning the suspension. My fault. I didn't clean ahead of time. Like I said, I wasn't gonna paint it. Last minute, why not paint it, make it, do it right. We test fitted it, looks good. I feel pretty accomplished where it's at right now. All I know is I could, in reality, next week, and I could have everything installed, minus the fuel tank and the drive shaft. I don't know if the drive shaft fits or not, but I could have everything suspension wise installed with the airbag setup and everything, which I think will look good. So hopefully next week we'll do another video, but until then, you guys have a good night. See you guys next week with an update video. I think Johnny has an update. I don't know if he wants to say something or not, but here he is.
No, you cover everything. All we have to do is couple things for the Geo Tracker next week, and right now Ruby Rolla is almost done, and Sweet Nasty, like you already said, everything is going forward for Slamfest and it's looking good. So throw this paint and we're done for the day. So all you guys have to do is subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, press like and comment on the underneath the video. But yeah, keep on it with the videos because things are moving forward and everything. So we can do this.
Yeah. The issue, there hasn't been updates on the Geo. We've been having clutch and flywheel issues. This is our first swap buying adapter kits, so we're trying to figure it out. Beamer transmission is hella weird right now. That's the fact that you got to use ATF for the oil instead of regular gear oil, so the clutch plate has the clutch disc has a lot of play. So we're gonna call TF Works and just make sure that yes, it will have play until we install the transmission, and then we essentially put it in first gear and bleed the hydraulic throwout and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why we're kind of on hold until this week. We'll call TF Works, figure it out. But yeah, that's why we haven't done anything really to it. We're just trying to wrap up the engine. Because once we install it, we don't really want to take it out unless something catastrophic happens, which nothing will. But that's why we really haven't been working on it. Once we figure out the clutch issue, hopefully this week, he'll call TF Works and we'll get an answer. Then we'll move forward and then we'll hit the Geo hard. But that's literally what's holding us up. So in the meantime, we're just doing little side projects. Okay, working on my car, working on Ruby, even though Ruby's essentially done. But yeah, it's just that motor, man. Once we get the clutch figured out, then we'll move forward. 'Cause that's literally what's stopping us. So, on that note, Johnny, close out the video.
Peace. Subscribe, comment, and when I'm not here, I never leave, but I'm always here. If you get into our channel, we always here. So, thank you for everything.
Out.
Out.